Hey guys, how's it going? Just gonna start a bit early. I usually start streaming after the open. Um, I've just finished my watch lists. I've posted on the chat. We've got 3 gappers: OCUP, VTNR, and ASTS. Those 3 I'll be watching, but not of the open. I'll wait for it like 10-15 minutes to settle down. What's interesting is VTNR. If you're a long trader, VTNR might be the one. The other 2 I'm not too sure about. OCUP, definitely I'll be looking to short it. OCUP is I'm a bit biased towards short, and ASTS as well could be either, most likely longs on ASTS. So we've got VTNR and ASTS potential longs after the open. Just gonna put some levels here, guys. I do tend to color code it so I understand where it comes to the level, what sort of level I'm looking at. It's easier that way. So these pink dashed lines are for my pre-market highs. Right, so yep, that's our watch list, guys. Not a huge one. We've got also SPCE NTLA, ALF, and CERE. CERE is yesterday's runner. I don't have a bias today on it. Yesterday I had a bias. I was gonna short it, but today I could I'll rock both ways, guys. It doesn't matter. If the setup provides a short, I'll take the short. And if there's a long as well, I'll take. I don't mind. So either way, guys, on those. So our pre-market high on ASTS is 1380s. Might be a good idea to actually leave put an alert around that area as well, just so that if it starts to actually creep up, then we know that it's breaking out the previous pre-market highs, and it could be quite strong. And then VTNR is not really, I mean, at the moment I'm not interested on it. Unless it gets back to 15s, I'll leave it alone. So those 2 gappers I'm watching, and I'm also watching the other gapper, OCUP. This one's already come down enough, guys. This might not provide us anything. It's just done its move. We're in the middle of nowhere not right now, so I couldn't tell. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on OCUP, guys. It's just it's done a huge gap and then came back and gave back 50% of the gap. Just gonna wait on it, guys. I'm putting some levels on OCUP on my other charts. There we go. Market's open, guys. Good luck. Let's do this. OCUP. Okay, as usual, guys, I'm just gonna wait 5-10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, okay, CERE. Right, also, I'm looking at CERE, but still early, guys. Just wait up at least 5 minutes, guys, for it to just do something, show us the real direction. OCUP, guys, I'm short biased on OCUP. Still watching it. Nothing solid yet, guys. Nothing solid yet. ASTS is probably going for it. ASTS. Alright, there we go. 1336 40s. Over 1350s might be an entry, but that's not my style, guys. You decide. But there is an entry long on that. 1350s over. But this is scalping. At the moment, you only look for scalps, and if it doesn't start to work, then you get out very quickly. So it's not something that I could do, but a lot of people can manage this nicely off the gate. So if it starts to creep back up, they start adding as well 1360s, and then over obviously 1380s they'll start adding. This could run. ASTS has a potential to run actually. This looks like a short squeeze. There we go. 1380 is gonna break and off it runs. This is what I mean, guys. You gotta be real quick with this. I mean, scalpers would have taken quite a few trades already on this. Just not my style. But yeah, the trades are there, guys. Trades are there. You just need to find your niche, basically. What you're good at. So ASTS, as long as it's trading above the pre-market highs, I mean, if it does break 14s, it's even better. What we don't want to see is basically a wash back to 1340s, which is it's about to do. Yeah, there you go, 1340s. So just be careful with this, guys. You have to look at big picture on this, guys. Small little washes like that might not be a big deal, as ASTS has I think some sort of agreement of 140 million, if I'm not, no, actually I'm wrong, that's VTNR. ASTS is an upgrade from a bank to $35, so yeah, it's got good news on it. I mean, it's not a huge news, you know, it could drop easily, but there is something behind it. Okay, OCUP, I'm watching OCUP. 640s. I'm interested 650s OCUP, guys. 650s rejection. If it starts to reject from there, which it already is, I'm trying to get some better fill on it, guys. ASTS. ASTS is coming back, yeah. I'm trying to get that good fill on OCUP, guys. Trying to get the good fill. 640s. It might not give us. By the way, short, yeah, short, guys. Sorry, it's a short. 640s. But I didn't get in. I couldn't get in. There was a short there. And what you want is 6s to break. 615s and then 6. It might chop around here for a while. We'll see. ASTS is actually, ASTS has been shorted really heavy at that 14, guys. Can you see how important those round numbers are, guys? It's as simple as that, guys. These numbers, round numbers, huge importance. 13 broke really like strongly, so this one I wouldn't be looking for longs anytime soon on it, guys. So here it's being shorted really heavy, but we'll see. What else do we have? I don't see anything clean, guys, apart from Spaces trying to break the 46s. Okay, Space might be a little bit of a bounce day today. SPCE, if it does break above 46, I have some levels there. That level is really important, guys. If it starts to fail off of that, I'll short it as well, guys. So Space, I could run both ways. Keeping an eye on Space, guys. I want to see 46 hold this area here, guys. I want that 46 to hold. If it does, then yeah, there's a trade there. Just ugly. This OCUP is just ugly. ALTT. Sorry, ALT. Ooh, VTNR. Guys, keep an eye on if it does come to 46. Can you remind me if anybody could just keep an eye on SPCE if it does come to 46? Actually, you know what? I'll just put an alarm, guys. Yeah, I just put an alert on, and we're good to go. Okay. Now, there goes our OCUP, guys. OCUP, that's what we wanted from this trade here. Anybody took that? I didn't take it, but the idea was 640s. Even 645s would have been really good, guys, if you had put your stop limit. Limit order. Your stop loss right now is 654, 653s. Around 6 you want to take some out, of course. 6 you want to take some out, guys. I just missed it, guys. That's fine. Initially I am not very sort of I take my time to take a trade, the first trade, guys. So sometimes I'll miss it, sometimes it saves me from a lot of pain. Right, which other ASTS? So ASTS, guys, 13 area might be interesting for a short, but it's not. But it just broke it, guys. Never mind. This thing, I still think that if it starts to creep back up to 1350s, it might still have another run at it. Now, if it does break that 14, coming back again now, we're looking at a much bigger short squeeze on this, guys. Much bigger short squeeze. So ASTS maybe later will provide something, unless it actually fades off of this level here and never gets back up above 13. In that case, I'll only be looking for shorts on this ASTS. And let's have a look at VTNR. VTNR was a really good short, but I just didn't look for shorts on this at all. Alright. We've got alt here, guys. Huge gap down today. I didn't check the fundamentals or news on it. There's a huge gap. Very negative news, I believe. It's from 17s, 16s to 11s. So this could provide something as well, guys. If it does fail off of the recent highs, 1130s, if it does come back up, 1120s, 1130s, if it starts failing that area, then we've got a short there as well. Just like space we talked about, guys. There we go. Our OCUP is going for it, guys. 590s. Could have taken some out. And then now you put your stop to break even. Definitely put your stop to break even if anybody took that. I mean, worst case on this, guys, it did come back to give you the entry. 630s. Quite interesting day today. OCUP, guys, I believe this is all-day fader. Just like yesterday, we talked about AB. What was it? It wasn't ABUS, was it? ABGI? ABGI? No. I forget it. I'll find it. Yep, there you go. OCUP. There's your fader. 570s, guys. For even 580s is a level. You want to take some out. Alright, space. Okay, I've got my alert on space. Okay, guys, 4580s. You have to be quick on this 4613. So that's about 35 cents per risk, guys. I'm not taking it yet, guys. I'm gonna hold off on shorting space at the moment. I want to see a little bit of price action here, at least 2-3 minutes of price action. Space has gone up. I'm still watching space, guys. I'm still watching space. There's two potential trades on it, a long over 46.15, but I'm not taking breakouts, so I'm gonna wait for it to break and then show me some sort of strength. If it does start to break, which it seems like it, 46.13s have been broken. Let's see what it does after the breakout. Sometimes it could be a fake breakout as well, guys, so just don't want to get caught in that. Right, with the OCUP, guys, what you can do is you can keep your rest trade at the rest of the positions on break even, and any pops closer to EMAs, and if it starts to fade off of that, you just start adding. Any pop you start adding, and then any drop you start exiting or taking partials. That's how I would have traded this. We're looking all day faders on this. Okay, space seems to be stronger, guys. 46.12. Yeah, your stop is going to be quite a bit, guys, if you do take the long here. There is a trade here, guys, long, but not for me. It's just the stop is a bit too much. If you can handle 40 cents, 50 cents, that's fine. There's a trade there. I'm not taking it though, guys. Yeah, I'm still watching space. Right, you guys can hear me properly? Is the volume good? Sound okay? Charts are okay? Somebody could confirm that? 619s, 630s. On OCUP, you could probably add here 620s and then still keep your stop at break even. OCUP 24s, 20s. Alright, there goes space, guys. You see that? That's a fake breakout, guys. It's 46. It's just stop run. A lot of stops over 46, guys. It took everything out and came back down. So now what I wanna see now is going back up to close to 46s and see if it starts to hold there, and then I'll short it, guys. There is a short there. Just keep an eye on space. If it does come back up to 46, we want to see how it reacts there. Which it might never get there, but alright, so on OCUP, guys, there's still a time to add on it. Add your short, 617s even, and then put your stop on 632s. But it might not give you that chance. Now it's too late. I did mention that earlier, guys, so yeah, hopefully somebody did it. Right, I think chat is very quiet. I think you can't hear me or something. Anybody can hear me properly? Let me see on my recordings. Yeah, I think it's working. Let's see. Alright. Alright, VTNR and ASTS. Keep an eye on these two, guys. Remember, we were looking for only longs on these. ASTS and VTNR. Alright, VTNR needs to break that 1350s for us to be even interested on it. At the moment, it looks like a nice short for me, but I'm not taking short on this. So over 1350, I'll be interested to keep it on my watch. And ASTS is already doing this squeeze, guys. It's already doing a squeeze. There's no entry at the moment. Right, as I mentioned, guys, if it does come back and hits that 1380s and 14s, and if it starts breaking that, this might run, guys. ASTS, this had some sort of a, I think $35 target from a bank. I don't remember, but I just read it somewhere earlier. And also VTNR, guys, I'm also long biased on VTNR, and these two long biased for the day. Space never gave us chance. Come on, space. That was nice of you. It just completely failed off of that. Never mind, guys. That would have been a nice trade if it did come back. So the idea was basically this candle was starting to pull back to 46s. So once if the next candle started to go back to, let's say, the 45.90s, I would have taken that, guys. That's all I wanted, just as close as possible to 46s, so I can have a good tight stop on it, and off it goes. That's your first partial on VWAP, or even 45.50. That would have been a great trade. That's all we needed. Anyways, ASTS. What did I tell you guys? There we go. 14 broke. Look at that move, guys. This is a proper short squeeze, guys. Every short seller in this one is stuck. They're probably shaking. So, you know, initially this move is quite normal for a gapper, because you know there's a lot of short sellers out there that like to short the front side, and this probably is the result of it, or it could be a lot of profit taking from earlier gap, guys. So if anybody has bought it from here earlier during the day on pre-market, all of these guys just on the open, they were waiting for that push at the open, took all their profits before 14s, and that's what happens. And then short sellers pile in. All that wash is because of all that, all the results of selling pressure. So selling pressure could just, it doesn't have to be short sellers piling in. No, it's sometimes it could be the profit taking, and a combination of both. So now what happened is it started to bottom at the 1250s, and have a look at the volume, guys. When it starts to move, it's showing you the signs that, yeah, this is the right sort of direction. And as it broke that 1380s and 14s, it came up with a huge volume. So you know, this thing could run for the day, and also I am still waiting for VTNR. VTNR just broke and just wasn't strong enough. Was not strong, and it didn't hold. Didn't hold. The big miss we had today is space, guys. I just didn't get up. Sometimes could have been like 10-15 cents move could make a big difference. This would have been a trade of the day, guys. But hey, that's fine. ASTS, I'm keeping an eye on the ASTS. Yeah, so your OCUP, yeah, I would say your stop is still on break even. You would have taken your partial around, hold on, your entry was 630s, around 6. Definitely a partial should have been taken around 6, and then you stop on break even. You would have added here, guys, I did mention that, and you could just put your stop just over the highs, 630s, and you just wait. You've got nothing to lose on this. If it does break, you might want to put an alert at 580s if it starts to break, so you have an eye on it. Right, guys, here's ASTS is a big level here, guys. What you want is 14s to hold for long bias traders, guys. If that 14 doesn't hold and it starts trading lower, then I'm a bit worried on this if you're long on it. Have a look at the 5-minute candle, guys. It's just it doesn't look that great. I should not pull this fast. That's what worries me. It should not have pulled back this fast. So there are a lot of short sellers coming into this, but What I expect here is a bit of a congestion around 14 areas, guys. Maybe 40-50 cents congestion around here for a few minutes, and then it'll as long as this holds 1380s to 14s, then you're looking for another round up, guys. You want to watch also the volume. If the volume starts to come in earlier on the break of 14s, then even better. OCUP is trying to climb up. Right, what else am I looking at? The way it fell from the top, guys, this is just too fast, too quick. If I wasn't really long biased on this, I would have actually looked to short it around 14 areas, guys, with the risk of 14-17s. If I wasn't long biased on it, at the moment, shorts have less probability on this, guys. So I'm not taking shorts. Longs could be possible, 14-14s, 14-13s. Your stop 1375s, yep. But remember, this can be a bit choppy, guys. So you need your stop to be a bit on the bigger size, guys. 14-18, 14-15s to 1370s, yeah. So nice ASTS is looking okay for a long, as long as 14 is holding. Again, guys, if it does come back and takes this out, then we've got another move almost like this coming up, but it has to do it with that rising volume. There goes ASTS, guys. Your ASTS. You want to wait for that 1450s is gonna break, and then 1470s need to break. The recent highs, basically. You stop under 1370s. If you're a bit tight on your stop, you could actually put it under 1390s. Yeah. I need that volume to come in, guys. If this is gonna work properly, you need that volume to come in, which it is, as you can see. We've still got around 10 seconds to go. We need that rising volume to be consistent as well as it hits that high, because we know that there's quite a bit of short sellers came in earlier, so they probably wanna protect their entries, probably pile in again at that area. Yeah, now this volume here, guys, we need this to be rising again on a breakout. We need this volume to catch up with it quickly with the previous one, because it's going to take a lot of volume to actually break this area successfully, you know. So let's wait for that. 1450s, 1440s. Okay, watching ASTS. Yeah, I think it's going for it. The 1470s. There you go. It break, and the V volume needs to come in. Come on, volume. That's almost 500,000 volume in 1 minute. Yep, 500,000. So now what's happening is if it starts to creep up, it's going to start to parabolic because of these short sellers getting taken out, guys. So as it broke, we're looking from 1450s to 50s. So yeah, 15s might hold a little bit, but we'll see. This is strong. Avoid shorting this thing. That volume is giving me conviction on the longs, guys. The volume, rising volume is consistent. So that's a nice little thing to see. As it breaks 15 as well, we want to have that volume consistent. There it goes, it's attacking the 15s. 15s are getting attacked. It's lovely to see level 2 on this area, guys. 15s are trying to hold. And you will notice the strength on this. Let's see if this washes quickly from there. There might be still sellers trying to defend this, but if it doesn't wash and starts to attack 15 again, which it is, there you go. Straight away 20 cents jump, guys. This tells you that this thing has already gotten a lot of shorts trapped, and this is gonna go for short squeeze, guys. I don't want to be in their shoes. Unfortunately, there will be a lot of people stuck now. And if it does go, it might halt as well, guys. It looks like it wants to halt, but no, it's saved itself from halt. Yeah, interesting to watch, guys. Sometimes sitting on your hands is good, and watch. It's a test of your discipline, guys. In the past, I would have taken quite a lot of trades on these, left, right, center. Would have. Yeah, it's good to know. So we go 1, 2, and I'm kind of expecting another move up on this. I don't think it's done. ASTS, I don't think it's done yet. I'm looking also at VTNR, guys. I am still thinking this is a long. I've got a feeling this is still a long for the day, guys. VTNR. I've put an alert around 1350s. If it doesn't break that, I'm not interested at all on it. If it does break that and starts trading above it, and then I'll look to long it. Oh, NTLA. I don't know whether I mentioned this or not, guys, earlier. I watched this briefly. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I was watching it on the other chart. ALF. ALF is coming in with a good volume. That's a huge volume in 1 minute. It's not even 1 minute yet. It's trying to bounce, guys. Today might be a bounce day on this. ALF. We've got a runner on CERE as well. We've got CERE second day, guys, by the way. Very strong first day. And then we've got today might be the second green day. Usually second green days are quite strong as well, if there's still enough interest on it. But right now it's in the middle of that first day, guys. What you want is 30s to break for it to be actually really show you. NTLA ASTS VTNR. Space 44.45, 50 cents. Just no, not interested. This area 1450 for ASTS is quite important. If it does break that, then we might look into at least getting back up. It's probably pulling back to 14s. But if this area holds, guys, there's other long opportunity on this as well, guys. If this 1450 area holds, and if it starts to creep back up 1480s, then that could be a long opportunity. The only thing about this ASTS is it's just done is quite a bit of move, guys, from 1250s to 1550s. But since it's a short squeeze, if it does break 15 and comes back to 1550s, the potential is quite there. It's not your normal stock, guys. It can move dollars in a second. It's coming up. VTNR. Guys. 15s. Right, over 15s looks very nice as well on this, guys. ASTS over 15s, and then 50 cents stop over 15s. Where's my here we go. Buy stop. I'm still watching ASTS, guys. Over 15. Over 15 is a long on it. and then your stop is 50 cents, guys. Huge. But it could run, guys. There you go. We want the highs to break. We want the highs to break very quickly. 1550s, and initially your stop would be 1450s, under 1450s. There's not much you can do with the stop, guys. I'll be quick on it if it does start to reject from 1530s, 50s. If it starts to break down of 15s, I'll be quick on exit on this, because I need that momentum to actually be quick enough. Sometimes what it would do is it would chop around before it actually makes that move, but it could just get you out on your stop loss. It could take your stop loss out. I wouldn't want that to happen. So my hard stop actually is 1445s, and my mental stop kind of like under 415. So watching the tape reading and price action. So we're long over 15. We're long over 15 on this. We've got 30 cents. 30 cents, not even 1 to 1 yet, guys. We can't take anything at the moment. Maybe 1545s, take some out, because that's gonna create a problem. But the way it's going, guys, it might squeeze again. So I'm just gonna be a bit careful now. I'm putting my stop just under 1470s, just in case. Just brought my stop under 1470s, guys. See this rejection of the previous highs, the 1550s? That's quite normal, guys, but you don't want that 15s to be breaking down. There it goes. So this is not good for the long, guys. So that's completely rejected, 1550s. And I want to come out. Yeah, I'm out, guys. I'm out. 1480s. 1480s. This might be one of those things that's just takes you out and then runs. So sometimes it's good to leave your stop in on the initial sort of stop loss, but I can't handle that much of a risk, guys. It's just too much for me. So I'm out like 20 cents. I would say, yeah, not even 20 cents, guys, on a stock that moves this much. So risk well handled on this, guys. ALF, and what's our VTNR doing? That's a shame. VTNR just didn't try to get back up again. Is failing. And our OCUP. OCUP is strangely holding that 6 area, guys. I was expecting this to move under 6 a long while back, right here and here, but it just pulled back up and start trading over. So I still think this is all day fader, guys. If it does come back up to 640s, 50s even, as long as it doesn't break the open 660s. ASTS, guys, for long, a bit worried because that area got rejected really badly, and usually if an area is not able to withhold for quite a few bars and it completely rejects from there like that, that's what I get a bit edgy, because there's a lot of pressure there, guys. This price action doesn't look good for for long, guys. Over here, can you see? I mean, it did get rejected, but rejection wasn't big enough, guys. Can you see on the highs? Let's say this is our level. It did attack that level once, got rejected, but small. Got rejected small, but bidders, buyers kept raising the price up, and then all of a sudden, with good volume, break up and successful breakout. It just closed above it. This one, as soon as it hit that level, it got rejected badly. So this expect this level to be a little bit strong. So anybody who's taking long on this, just be careful. Unless you've taken long over here somewhere, you're already long on it, and you've got your stop, then you can let it run with a stop loss on break even. Otherwise, new entry, no way. I did take it over 15, and as it was, it only gave us about 35 cents maximum on that, which wasn't enough for me to take a partial. So I actually exited early, 1480s, 85s. Right, guys, on ASTS, I feel like this level right now is testing 1460s, and 1450s is a big level. If it fails that, the shorts are in control. At the moment, they're not. I feel like it's gonna trade within this wedge here, and then if it does break, it might break with some force. Either way, guys, just keeping an eye on it. The big miss. Let's talk about our space. That was my level, guys. I had the plan really nicely planned out. Trade just didn't get there, man. I mean, really good risk to reward here. Space. Right, there we go. ASTS. So now that we this price action, I mean, our exit was really good. 1485s, 14. Even if you get gotten 1470s, still a good exit because it would have taken you out on under 1450s. So this wedge, can you see, guys? That's price action pattern, whatever you want to call it, broke and broke with a good force. And if it does come back up to 1460s and it holds, then you've got your short sellers coming in again on it. And all of this, I mean, this might actually fade off of the 14, maybe 1350s. All of this happened because of this area here, guys. What you see here, you can't ignore that, guys. It just takes a while. It takes years and years to see, but you'll get there. Trust me, you'll get there. Now there you go. It's already yeah, 14's a hit. 14 is hit. Next 1350s. Are you guys seeing anything interesting? Alright, strangely ACUP is coming up with good volume, guys. I know I'm short biased on it, but you can't ignore the fact that it's trying to run for it, for sure. 670s are being hit. This would be interesting. 670s. I'm just a bit worried about the volume coming into it. Otherwise, I was going to short it at this area, guys. My initial plan on OCUP was all day shorts. But the volume, since the volume is coming in with this move up, just a bit worried. So I'm going to wait on shorts on these. On this especially. 1430s. 1450. There might be a good short here, guys. ASTS. Just a bit risky though. 1435s and 1455s, 20 cents. And then you've got 14s. Not really 2 to 1, but more than 1 to 1. Your first partial, and then you've got your. This is just the pre-market. It's done now. So 1350s, yeah. There it goes. Yeah, I think I should just take the trade and then talk about it, guys. So by the time I explain it, it just goes away. Missed quite a few trades like this. But then again, it also stops me from taking really bad trades as well. It just gives me that pause, which I need. There it goes, OCUP, guys. 7s are hitting. 7s are getting hit. That volume is even better than this one, guys. This looks really good. This volume is even better than ASTS's when it was moving earlier. It's quite consistent. That's what you want to see. So if it breaks 7, quite a bit of 720s is another resistance. You've got 710s, 720s, 730s, and then 8s. There you go, ASTS. Boom. So you know, before I was really, like, when I was biased about something, I would just be stuck to it. So let me talk about this ASTS, guys. I was, when it came, might be something, right? So initially I was only thinking about longs on this, guys. And also I was gonna be long biased on it. I was still long biased. Whatever happened here, I was still long biased here. I wasn't looking for shorts. I wasn't looking for shorts. And I actually took long here, guys, with the 20 cents loss. But I had to change my bias towards shorts very quickly after certain things happened. It's just kind of difficult for me to explain. There's a lot about level 2s, what I saw in level 2 and this level, and when it tried to sort of reclaim and break out of that level. There's a lot of things that just was a telltale sign for actually, you know what, your long bias might not be correct here. So I straight away changed my bias, guys. And then after this wedge broke, this was my level. Even before breaking, I was halfway there, like thinking I'm gonna short this thing. But then once it broke, it confirmed that there is a short on it. And now, once I saw this candle, I'm not actually looking for longs on it at all, right? So comes back up. I was talking about shorting here on this candle, and then this candle just went. So there was a short trade there with a 14 first partial and 1350 second partial, but I just couldn't take it because I had to explain to the stream. So what I'm trying to get at is it's not good to have a very strong bias where you're completely ignoring everything else, guys. Your bias should come actually from price action. And I'll give you an example of that with ASTS and also a OCUP. I had a bias on shorts on this all day shorter, guys. But I also have certain levels that it needs to actually stay below. So my initial level was I think 650s. It needed to stay below that for it to be short all day fader. But what I mean is this volume that came in and broke that level, just after that, after seeing that, probably very careful, extremely careful shorting it. So that's what I mean. Like you got to change your bias according to the price action, what you're seeing, not what you have thought initially, because it's a constantly changing market, guys. You got to be able to change your perspective as well. Hope that makes sense. When I start to get bored, guys, I start to talk about these these things. But that's fine. It's actually good because it also reminds me of things that I might have actually forgotten or taken for granted. Okay, watch 14s on ASTS 14, 15s. That's initial. I'm watching ASTS, guys. For a short, I know it's a bit of a chase. Initial entry was here, but I'm waiting for that 14 to hold. And as you can see, 1411s are holding nicely. So right now is a chance for a short, but I want to make sure that level 2 agrees. So I'm looking for a short under 14, guys, under 14 on ASTS. If you want to be careful, maybe under 1380s. Yeah, still at the moment it's not looking, it's not confirming basically. Just isn't confirming yet. So we want to make sure it confirms and comes back below 1390s, under 14s. Right, okay. I'm having a go at it, guys. 1395s. 1395s with a stop over 1420s. So looking to I'm already short on it, guys. 1395. My stop over to 1420s. OCUP, guys, have a look at this. This is just, look at that. Boom. This much volume, all that effort for no follow through. Still watching ASTS, guys. ASTS. I'm short under 14. So far it's not looking that great because I need that to be breaking. 14 needs to be breaking and left behind. But ideally 1380s needs to break. Alright, we want that 1380s to break. Come on, ASTS. You've already shown us that you just want to fail today. And just have some follow through. 1380s needs to break, then 1350s. But so far, 14s, in my opinion, is holding at the moment. It's not that weak. It's just pausing before it actually decides. Ooh, OCUP. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on ASTS, guys. 1420s. 1420s. See that 14 held, and if it does come back under it, then that means it's a chop basically between around that zone area here, 1430s and 1380s. It's basically a chop. It could be. So under 14s, watching it still. Now looking at ASTS, guys, avoid shorts. Try and avoid shorts if you can. I think it's about to do something. I feel like it wants to go for another round. So if it does go back up, you want obviously this level here that it broke out of to be breaking easily. 1460s. It needs to break that and without a problem, because overhead resistance is quite a bit, and then we've got 15s and then 1550s. If it can't break this level, the initial level, then it will have hard time breaking 15. So we want to see that 1460s break very quickly. If anybody who's long biased. VTNR, I didn't think it was gonna stay down like this. It's weak, guys. No matter what the news is, what the fundamentals say, at the moment I see that weakness here. I see quite a bit of weakness. So this flag got broken. Actually, 1250s needs to break. The volume came in on the wash. Right, guys, this seems like an interesting short here, guys, but if you short it here for 1260s, your stop is over 13. So yeah, 40 cents. If you can risk that, then yeah, by all means. It's early. It's still early. What you want is break off this to 1250s, but it might be a bit too late then. So what I will do on this is I'm gonna start small on this, guys. Okay, if it does come back up to 1280s, and if it starts to hold, I might enter a bit earlier. So I'm watching VTNR as well for possible short, either the break of 1250s or a pullback to 1280s. I want to see how it reacts, even 1290s. See, this price action is never good for a long, guys. This is not a good price action for a long. It's just a lot of it's trying to go for it. It's trying to go for it, but it's getting beaten down. Every single bar is getting beaten down, which means short sellers are piling in on it. So it's a constant battle at the moment going on. If anybody loses, any side loses, it could run 50s. So yeah. That's good. VTNR. Alright, 1250s. I took a bit early, guys. I didn't break on. I didn't take on the breakdown. 1265s. That's my entry. So VTNR 1265s. I wish I had some on 1250 break, but that's fine. Now, for it to be successful, we want that volume to be consistent first of all, and not coming back up and getting back into the zone, guys. If it does come back and starts trading back in the zone, I'll come out earlier than 13s. In fact, my stop is not 13, guys. I'll pull it down to 1285s. Now it's looking good. This is what you want to see, guys. When it breaks this, you want to see it left behind. There we go. Beautiful. That's lovely. 1270, 1220s. Alright, guys. That's we've got around 40 cents. Now what I will do is I will put my stop back down to 1275s. Because we just want price to be basically trading lower than this zone here, guys. If it does come back to the zone, it's just not there, guys. The trade isn't there. So we want that follow through coming in. Maybe 12s. It'd be nice to have 12s washes. In fact, I'm gonna have some at 1210. I'm gonna have a limit order on 1210. So right now, guys, if you had taken 1265s, for me, I don't know what you guys did, but 1265 is my entry and my stop is 1275, so 10 cents risk, and I'm already up quite a bit on it. Just haven't taken any partials yet on it, because I'm hoping it will retest this level, 1260s, 1250s, retest and fail off of it properly. So 1265s, stop at 1275s. I might add here, guys, on the VTNR, I'm adding 1250, 1260s actually. 50s. So I've managed to add here as well, guys, on the pullback there to this area here, our support resistant area. I managed to add some. So my average is like 1260, guys. 1260. My stop is still 1275s, so I've got 15 cents on it. 15 cents stop for this price, for this much range is very good. We want that 1250 to break. If not, then it's almost a scratch trade. 1245s to break. So for us on VTNR, 1260 level needs to hold properly, guys. It could spike out, but it needs to be staying under it, trading under it. So 1260 is a big level for me. Just need to have that continuation under 1240s. ASTS is trying. 1450s is the level to break. But as you can see, guys, the volume is just completely dying down, which also means, guys, if this will start running, it will start running before you actually start noticing it. So it's trying to sort of relax and get ready for another run. Could be either way, guys. I'm not biased on this. It could be short and long. As long as it's staying over 14, I'm long biased on it. If it stays below it, short biased. That's the plan on it, guys. The only thing I don't like is that price action here. Whatever happened here, try to move up, but then again, with this volume, guys, compared to this, it's not very strongly relevant. So if this thing was happening with this kind of volume, then I'd be a bit extremely worried. I wouldn't even think about longing it. But right now, there could be long, because it's still trading over 14 if it starts to bring in some volume. So I'm still watching this. Okay, VTNR, guys, VTNR, we want this 1245s to break, and we need to have a little bit of follow through. 1220s. So if it's successful, guys, we want to see a quick reaction to our trade. So the way it reacted here when we entered 1265s, it reacted very quickly. On the ad as well, guys, we want that reaction to be a bit quicker. If it doesn't, then we might be getting into a little bit of a chop. Yep. Where's my coffee? Right, I'm just gonna put an alert on 1460s on ASTS. 1460s. And then maybe 1390s. VTNR, just not enough volume, guys. It's just so slow. Not enough volume. Still, we're sticking with the trade with a 15-cent stop. Right now, ASTS looking like if it's over 1450s could be a nice long, guys. Over 1450s, ideally 1455s. What's that? Right. But you stop under 14, guys. So we're looking at 50-cent stop there. Just keep an eye on ASTS. At the moment it's low volume, but it might pick up. So long trade over 1455s, guys. But if it does break 14s and starts trading under 14s, then that long is cancelled, guys. VTNR very slow, guys. Usually I would have taken everything off on something like that, but I've got only 15 cents risk on a potential move of 60 to $1 move. So I'm okay with that. Anybody seeing anything else, guys? Anybody trading anything? Hey Scott, how's it going, man? Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. CUEN. Yeah, I had that on. Yeah, what are you trading long on it? Right now it's looking good, Scott. CUN right now for long. There it goes. There it goes. But it's extremely choppy, man. Look at this. It just went from 860 to Whew. Shoot. That is extremely choppy. Look at this chop. Boom, boom. So you're trading a pre-market as well? Lovely. Yeah. There's a nice entry over 550 and 6. Yeah, really nice entries there, yeah. Yeah, but you know, pre-market, you look at the difference in price action. Look at this nice and smooth price action. I mean, compared to this, look at that. You tell me you can. That's why, you know, I had it in my watch list, but I didn't mention it even because it just didn't actually have a good follow through. It was quite a bit of chop, so I didn't trade it at all. Since you mentioned it, Scott, I'm gonna short this thing, yeah? Alright, so ASTS, guys, no longs on it, okay? No longs, forget about longs. But, hold on. This volume that we are seeing Yeah, as long as it's trading under 14, guys, I'm not taking longs on it. Just needs to come back up to, yeah, teens. So there you go. Your ASTS has decided, guys, that it wants to be weak. It's trading under 14. Volume isn't enough though, but it's coming. Alright, OCUP finally is done what we initially thought. The bias on this was all day fader. That's your fader, guys. It tried to run for it with good volume, but that 7 actually held it really nicely. I'm trying to think if there was any short that I could have taken. Maybe not. And over here, around the 6 pullback, 6 hold, I probably wouldn't have even taken that because it's just done so much of a move. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have taken anything on it, unfortunately. However, we were talking about under 14 on this, but it was earlier, not after this mess. Scott, yeah, I used to use Fibonacci's like religiously. I used to use it. I studied it quite a bit. There was a phase that I was going through. It was the ratio phase, and all I was thinking about the ratios, and you know, everything was Fibonacci, man. Even my EMAs, my moving averages were not normal. It was it was very odd, man. So yeah, I did go through that phase, definitely Fibonacci phase. It's good to use it for sure. It's definitely good to use. I'll give you an example. It's been a long time I've used it. I don't know how this bloody thing works, but let me just try to say, for example, you know what, Scott, since I've looked at it so much, right? I don't actually. What I used to use was a lot of retracements. Okay, retracements. So let's have a look. So if I was to create a retracement from here to here, I know almost. I can almost tell you what this pullback of the percentage pullback is this. So I don't actually need that Fibonacci per se. And then from here to there, I can tell you how much that is, around 50%. And then from here to here, that one's about 32. So something like that. I grasp the idea of the pullback, how much percentage or whatever it is, but I don't really use it at all because it tends to distract me. As long as I know as long as I have a little bit of idea of the retracement and the targets. What is it called? The other one. There's the retracement. Let me check. It's been such a long time. So we've got one for the target, one for the pullback, isn't it? That's the two I used to use. Yeah, Fibonacci retracement and expansion. Yeah, expansion I feel like is a waste because Let me try to get it here, guys, because things are slow anyways. Let's talk about this. Fibonacci. Fibonacci. Doo -doo 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 -doo. I think it might be on the Fibonacci is this is the retracement, guys. So what usually people what they would use is they will draw the Fibonacci from the lows of the actual move. A lot of people have different ways to measure it. What I normally used to use was let's forget about this. Okay, can you see this chart? Hold on. All right, now it should be clear. Okay, now forget about this Fibonacci at the moment. Okay, for me, guys, this move here is nothing. This chop, I don't calculate this at all. I calculate it off of when it started to move. This is the move I'm looking at. So low of this. Hope that makes sense, Scott, for you especially. Because if you start to do it here, guys, it's not relevant for you. What you want to do is you want to start it from the move itself. So let's say, for example, this thing never happened and we're at this point here when with 1 or 2 reds here, and then we created our Fibonacci retracement from lows to highs. So as you can see, you know, on the, so this is actually the opposite. Let me just do that. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, you know, 23% pullback, and it's a little bit of a bounce from there. Can you see? Right, pull back to 23% bounce, pulls back to 38% bounce, holds that area. You have to think about these areas, not a level, not a single number, but a level, right? Can you see how it reacts? Because people use this, guys. People will use this, and anything that gets used is something that you can use it. For this one, for example, the move happened here or there. You could either way. Have a look. 50%. As I was saying earlier, this one is 50%. There you go. That's just 50% bounce, guys. But then again, when this happened, no bounce on 23, no bounce on 38, but 50% was held. So if you are going to use it, yes, by all means use it, but you have to know what you're using it for. You know, yes, you want to gauge the retracement, the ratio of it, how many percentage it pulled back before it's holding. Then yeah, I mean, you could use it as a tool for your entries, for sure. But I wouldn't actually use it solely based off of your entry shouldn't be based off of this thing. It's gonna kill you. I'll give you an idea, guys. Okay, let me just right. Okay, let me just do something here, guys. Forget about everything else. Right. What do we see here, guys? Right. Can you read that number? What's that price? That's 14. All right. What happened here? Right. Gets rejected from 14. You know why? Because not everybody's like you and me, guys. There's a lot of big money that cannot actually trade here, guys. That can't actually trade here. Can't actually trade. The only way for them to get those fills are near the round numbers, guys. Right here. Right? Now, think about it, guys. If this 14 got broken, but then it became resistance. Why? That zone will always have a play, guys. That's why they say, you know, support becoming resistant, resistant becoming support. It works that way, and it's true. These are areas you want to be considering, and it's one part of your is a part of your, it should be a part of your system. Never ignore a 14. So for example, if you've taken short here, and you're looking at let's say it might not be a good idea, but let's say for example you've shorted it here somewhere. Never ignore 15, right? You know, if the price starts to actually hold there, which in this case didn't hold, that's fine. In fact, if it didn't hold, that's also a sign for you. Yes, it's actually working nicely and it's weak. Let me just stay with it. And that will give you more conviction. So how it reacts on that level is really important. Today, let's say 15 would have been a great level. Normally, 15 is a great level for me. But today, it didn't respect it at all. So what I'm thinking, like anytime it's gonna come back to 15, I'm not gonna give it as much of a thought as I would for 14, right? So it should be a part of your game, not not the only tool. It should be part of multiple tools. Like for example, these, you know, we were talking about this this flag or whatever you want to call it, wedge. It's just wedging around, and then once it broke that, then broke with commitment and things like that. Now, what if this didn't break down and then came back up? Well, your idea wasn't there. I mean, you had an idea. Yes, this is, you know, wedging out, flagging out. But if it didn't do what you thought it was going to do, then, you know, your idea isn't there at all. So you base your trade off of your idea, but you wanna add multiple confluences to it, like your round numbers. If you use moving averages, if you have your VWAPs, you want to have at least 3 confluences of your tools saying yes, there's a trade with your initial setup. Hope that makes sense. So don't just don't expect like, oh, it's a breakout. Oh, right, it's a breakout. Yes, it's a breakout. My system says, well, anytime it breaks the high of the day, I'm going to take it. Yes, this might work, but 9 out of 10, this will not happen the way it happened. It's probably going to happen like this. How are you going to handle that? A pullback, how are you going to handle it? Do you have a plan for that? So you want to always know what you want to be expecting from this. Let's say you're taking a breakout here. You should always have what if scenarios in your head. You know, what if this breaks and completely gets rejected and this happened here? You know, how are you gonna handle that? And what if it just shoots up? How are you gonna handle your profit taking? So you should always have that in your head before you even enter the position. That's why I always talk about, okay, guys, we're gonna take short. We want this to break. You know, this is a plan already happening in my mind. I'm just speaking out loud. So I was talking about this short here, guys. I just couldn't take. We were talking about breaking. This needs to be breaking, and then 1350s. Have a look, guys. Right, almost to the tick 1350s here. Right. So our partial was there, and then 1350. So you have to know those scenarios whereby you're ready for anything. My trading, these are the things I keep, guys. Let me explain what they are. I like to be as transparent as possible with my streams, because in the long run, I want to have people around me that actually knows what I'm doing, and also contribute to what I'm gonna do and what we will be doing. So it's not something short term, guys. It's a very long term idea that I'm trying to bring here. So slowly, eventually, Scott, you will get to know my way of trading, my system, my setups. Eventually, you will grasp the idea of it. And also, if you've got a system, for example, or if you've got an idea, we can always share and we can work with that to make it better. Because it's always a good idea to have a third party sort of take on what you're thinking or what you think is working. Sometimes we're too biased about our system. We say, oh, it's perfect, but whereas it might not be. So yeah, it's going to be very transparent what I'm using and how I use things. So that's 20 EMA. That's 50 EMA. That's 200 EMA. So I've got three moving averages: 20, 50, 200. What you see here, the white one or the gray one, is actually a VWAP. Alright, and that VWAP, I will mention this again, guys. A lot of people think VWAP is a entry tool. It's not. Don't get it mistaken by, oh, VWAP is so strong, everybody's using it, and it's exactly the same. It never changes from one person to other like EMA does or things like that. No, it's nothing to do with entry. It's to gauge the volatility, as well as few other things I might be able to explain while I'm actually trading. But that's just to give you an idea of whether you want to trade the stock, first of all, and if you're going to be trading, how volatile are they, and things like that. A lot of things can be derived from it, but not your entry. That's the last thing you want to think about because of VWAP. As you can see, guys, there is entries on VWAP. As soon as it touch, there's a lot of people who take that, but I don't think it's strong enough. This entry, I never look at this. Let's say, for example, we had an entry 14. Well, I already told you why this bounced. But what I mean is, right here, you might think VWAP, oh shit, yeah, as soon as it touched it, it bounced. It actually didn't bounce because of VWAP. It bounced because of 14 level. Most certainly. And VWAP was there. There was an and. So that's why I have VWAP 20, 50, and 200. Now, why 200, you might ask? Right here. The only time, guys, the only time this came back and touched 200 was here. And have a look what it did. Right? 200. Is that important? It's extremely important. 50, not so much, guys. I barely use 50, so I can actually take that out as well. It's not a big deal for me. I can take 50, but 20 is important for me. Eventually, I'll try and sort of teach you how I use this. But these two moving averages and VWAP. That's it. And I might have here these little. These are basically lows and highs. It gauges the opening range and things like that, guys. That's just something I will share. So that's what you see on my on my charts. I know, Scott, it can be a bit too much. I'm trying to sort of speak out or think out loud. Take whatever you understand from it, and if you don't understand anything, either ask or just leave it alone, because eventually you will get there, because it's not just in a single day or in a single month you can grasp everything. Like the price action is the last thing you will start to actually it will start to makes sense to you. Everything else is easy. Moving averages and things like that, these are very easy. But what you wanna actually get to is the price action read. Like for example, simple concept like okay, this move. Have a look at this move, right? Let's forget about that thing. All right, have a look at this move. You know, this move itself should tell you right now what the stock is doing and what it will do, right here, compared to what it was doing before. This is a complete change of situations, right? Now over here, you know, uh, uh, hold on, how do I move this? Yeah, so I was actually in fact talking about this whole thing earlier on. You can go back to the stream. As soon as this happened and that happened, 1350 is where I was a bit interested, and that the volume just keep coming in and the moves keep getting bigger and bigger. So I'm thinking, okay, well, it's done its move. The initial sort of how do you say, profit taking and things like that happened already. Now the main move is starting. So these small little things can give you an idea of what, first of all, to create a system, and also to follow up with your system. And then, you know, look, that's your level that should have been already put, comes back, breaks down. You're thinking, oh, it's weak, it's weak, it's weak, but then this happens, 1416s, and it holds there, it closes above it. Now you're thinking, okay, well, it's pulled back 50% or 38% here from there. So yeah, that's 38%. Now it's broken above it, it's going for another round. Look at the volume, it's trying to rise. Okay, next volume, let's have a look. It should be rising. No, it's not. Okay, so it's pausing. In fact, if it's pausing here, what I'm going to do, yeah, 1431, another entry maybe. Right, there you go. Look at the volume. Okay, yeah, volume consistent, basically. You see that volume? So that's telling you basically this move is actually real, instead of being something like this. You see this volume here? Let me show you. Yeah, and then now what we want to also do is also zoom in to what's happening right now, but you also want to zoom out as well. Grasp the concept of the whole day's move. We've had one move, two moves, and look at the third move, Scott. Third move got badly rejected from the previous highs. In fact, it didn't even reach. So what that tells me is this is actually not as strong as I was thinking it would be. Because the third move, usually third moves are a fail as well. That's what I've noticed. But this bar with this volume, that rejection with that volume, I'm starting to think, okay, well, I might be long biased on it, but I think this is almost done now, because it's done its move, and the third move got rejected really badly with the huge volume. Now I'm going to be very careful taking this thing long. Even if you do, you're going to be careful. Sorry. Right? Even if you did take long, for example, you'll be at least you will save more by thinking about these small little things. But anyways, just my thoughts on it. It will come by time, obviously. These I was also talking about this here. This was the entry that I missed. I wasn't really happy about. Um, Space. Space was actually recently very strong stock, and only last few days it has been retracing back down. The fact that it was extremely parabolic, I was expecting these. In fact, I traded Space, I think, quite a few times. If I'm not mistaken, might have missed the trades actually yesterday. Yeah, but I was expecting this retracement, and today I was looking for a bounce on this. So the bounce really happened from 44s to all the way to 46s. But that 46 level was my level there. And I said to the room that, okay guys, we have two options here. We want 46 to break, and we want the 46 to hold. And if that holds, we've got a long. Okay, so it didn't hold. It actually washed with the strength. The volume was rising. It wasn't great. It was still rising. And then it failed off of that 46. So the next plan was to actually, if it does fail off of 46, and if 46 holds, then we've got our shorts. So that was the short. The only reason I missed on this was it just didn't get back up to 46s just to retest. It normally does. It normally, like where it fails off of her, it will just trying to get back up there for the last breath, and then fails completely. Just didn't let us do that. So you want to have your plan laid out way in advance. You want to make sure you know exactly what you're looking for and what you want to do in case certain things happen. That's the whole idea behind it. OCUP. Okay, let's have a look at the importance of 200 EMA. 200 EMA, this level here, comes back down, gets rejected. Initially, you've got certain moves here. We've got 630s to, let's say, 647s. That's, yeah, it's about 20 cents move, and then chops around it. Look, breaks down, comes back up, still holds. All right, comes back up, 200 EMA, still holds. Comes back up, still holds a little bit. This I believe is actually a hold. I don't consider this as a break, guys. This is just a wick out, so it's still holding. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's clearly showing you, even though it's just flat, it's still showing you strength and resistance and support on it. Breaks down, comes back up slightly, gets close to it, holds, right? So 200 is is a good moving average to have, for sure. Let me show you another one. I mean, I could put any stock that's moving today. I could put any stock, and I'll show you these 200 moving averages working. I don't need to find a stock that's already working with it. Just show me any stock that doesn't work with it. This is also a respect of 200 EMA. Why? Because initially, guys, these things happen. It will wick out of that support or a level that you have. Let's say, for example, you had a strong level here. Let's say on a 200 EMA or SMA, whatever, and this starts to break out. Doesn't mean it's actually hasn't respected that level yet. It's just because early on at the open, there's so many trades and orders going through. They just go through that level, but it does come back to it. Once it does come back to it and things start to settle down, that's when you'll notice that support being a bit more accurate. So that's your level. That's your level. That's your level, guys. The only time it broke was here, because eventually, obviously, you wanna give up on. You can't just be blindly relying on these, but you have to also remember that right. So this level here got respected nicely and starts to come back up. This got respected. Now as it starts to make that higher highs, guys, don't be blind and keep relying on the 200 EMA, guys. You know, just read the price action. It's already done a huge higher high here. This should give you an idea that the stock isn't weak anymore. Right? You get the idea, guys. I mean, we've got the respect here. You could, let's say you traded here and then you want to trade it again. Think about this. Well, we've got created a lower low. We've just created a higher low and smaller minor higher lows. I don't know whether I can copy this. Duplicate try. Yes. Right? Right? So you gotta read. You gotta be able to read these things as well before you actually say that, oh, I'm gonna be taking shorts every time it goes up to 200. Yes, you can. There are systems like that, but you must add other things with it, guys. Just don't rely on certain things purely on its own. That's just a recipe for disaster, guys. And a lot of people will sell you these for huge amount of money. I mean, I could create tens of systems that's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look amazing after the fact. But ask them to actually show you live. And before you spend any money, guys, just make sure you request them to show you live. Trust me, 9 out of 10 they're gonna run. Anything else, guys? Anybody sees anything interesting? I was watching NTLA. It's extremely strong. I was long biased on it yesterday as well. The first day, I think I was long biased. Second day as well. Third day even better. Look at this today. I didn't trade it, but this had, I believe it had a really... What was NTLA about? Some sort of an agreement of some sort. I don't know. Total setup do you have? How many? I've got I've got 4 screen setup, 4 monitor setup. I have I use also a laptop as well for executions where my trading platform is, and 4 monitors extra, so in overall 5 monitors. But you don't need it, honestly. You actually don't need it. I just happen to have it and I'm able to use it, and some people can't actually how do I say it, can't really handle that many monitors because they can't be focused looking at these. But for me, it helps to have certain things on certain monitors so that I can quickly sort of glance and get an idea. Guys, NTLA, if you can handle it, there might be a short here. I know it goes against against what I'm talking about. I'm not taking it, but let's just for experience sake. Oh, that is already NTLA. That's $3 stop though, guys. $3 stop. Let me have a look at the level 2. Yeah, there's a trade there, guys. So initially it's a bit early. Initially you want that 195 to break. Once it broke, that you want that to come back. So it'll be a good thing to watch actually. NTLA, it'll be a good ticker to watch. And then the other one that's actually working for us is so VTNR trade, guys, from here. VTNR trade, guys. I've exited right now. So it's almost like a break even for me. This is I'm not too. I don't want to take too many risks on this VTNR, guys. It could still run. I'm still thinking that this might actually run. It might be a midday runner or late day runner, but it could still run. So keep an eye on VTNR as well, over 1350s. If it does break 13s with good force, good volume, then yes, keep an eye on that. VTNR. Right. Space. Right, guys, we're at that level 46 space SPCE. Let me look at it on my other charts. Mm, 46, and we've got high of 46.20s. 46.20s. Second time is coming back up. We've got some level there. The volume is not extremely strong. I'm watching space as well, guys. Same idea as before. Let me just. I'm watching space for a short, guys, not long. For a short, around 46 areas. The idea is the 46 holding, and if it holds, I want a wash. I want to see a confirmation that that 46 is actually holding and rejecting. If it doesn't do that, then the shorts are not there, guys. So we want to see a nice little wash there from 46, ideally like 20-30 cents wash. I'm still gonna keep my short biased on it until it breaks 46.20s, right? So what we are looking for on this basically is a nice wash like this here, right here in that zone, and then take it from there, as long as it stays below 46.20. That's the idea with space. Keep an eye on that. And also NTLA, let's have a look at what's it doing. Yes, okay, 140, 195 is gonna break. 195. Guys, if this breaks, guys, we are looking for a nice little wash on this. There you go, 194s. The volume needs to come in now. If this volume comes in, then we're looking for at least a few dollars, very quick moves. So yeah, I didn't trade this, guys, but that the idea, you see what I mean? Like, idea is there. Now you might ask, how did you do that? What is the setup? There's a lot of I have quite a few setups that has already become like an automatic thing to me. Before, what I used to do was every setup I used to have a sheet for it, and I would tick every box in the setup. Oh, has it done this? Has it done that? Has it done this? And if I start ticking everything, then I will take a trade. Now I don't have to do that. I just do it in my head. And you might have noticed it didn't take me to actually decide that this actually was a short on NTLA. It didn't take a long time. I was just looking at the chart, at the other chart, and I said, "Oh, okay, that's a short." So eventually, you wanna hopefully get to a point where everything is calculated and gauged in your head. So when it comes to setup, Scott, it's yeah, I've got quite a, I would say, let me think, like around 5 setups. I don't have a lot. I have around 5 setups that I might use regularly, and out of those 5 setups, I might only use 2. Extremely, like every, like my, you know, um, main go-to setup basically. Those only 2 setups. And a lot of people ask me, well, how can you be trading for years and years and you only have like 4 or 5 setups? Because they think that having like 50 setups is the is the way to success, but it's not. It's actually the opposite. Right, space, guys. Space. We are at that zone. We received that nice little wash, but that bounce is actually stronger than our wash, so we're still waiting on it. We're still waiting on it. Space, we are still waiting on the short, guys. We want to make sure that 4620 is hold, and then we want to make sure it's still trading under 46s. So if it starts to give me a little bit of a pause in this zone here, guys, then there's your short. Still watching space. Yeah, space is gone, guys. No short. No short on space. And obviously NTLA, guys, as well. NTLA is coming back. So if you had taken it anywhere, you should have taken profit here somewhere, and then yeah, maybe break even somewhere like that. But the NTLA idea is basically you want that 200 to hold. If it does come back up to 200s and it starts failing off, there might be a short there. And then on the NTLA, guys, you've got like $2 to $3 risk. Just remember that. ASTS. Why do I have ASTS alert? Well, that's why. Okay guys, ASTS might be interesting as well, going for another round. That level we were talking about, guys, 1450s, is still there. 1460s, 1450s is still there. If it does reject from there, there might be a short there. 1450s, 1450s, but no. Let's talk about this. Right. I'm gonna hold off on shorts on this and longs at the moment. For a long, it's too late. First of all, it should have been over 14 when it started to come back with volume. I really missed on it because this whole area here. Let me just show you. This whole area here, you can see, yeah, there's just the volume dying down and not very consistent, especially right here when it was doing really tight congestion there. Right here, guys. Right? Once the volume start to pick up, you see that relative volume, like look at this volume, average volume previously, and then when this happened, forget about if you didn't catch it here, guys. Look at this volume. Look at the change in the volume. Okay, break of 14. Clearly there's a trade. The consistency of the volume sometimes gives you that conviction as well. So what I mean is, like, now I wouldn't be taking long, is too late, is too far away from 14s, and we've got that 1450 level, which you might not see. 1450s, 1460s, it's kind of like a zone, guys. So it might actually, yeah, there you go, it's failing off of that area, guys. Now a lot of people, what they would have thought was, okay, this is strong, guys, this is actually going for another round, let me take some here, 1450s break, let me add, and then they get in a position where their average is quite high and it starts to fail. They just come out of it very quickly, making it right. So that's ASTS. What else were we looking at? So we were looking at NTLA. There you go. NTLA. So idea was 200 hold. We were talking about here somewhere, I think, or there. So it seems like 200 held. Right now, 190 is achievable. There you go. There you go. 190s, right? There we go. Right. That's the wash I was talking about, guys. It might continue. Right. So your initial risk was about $2 to $3 on this, guys. So we're talking, let's say, from 200 to 197. And then from 197 to 190, that's $7 move. So $3 risk at max, $3 risk, and a partial, not the whole trade, the partial of $7, guys. You get the idea. And if anybody tells you that, oh, you can actually make money off of 1-to-1, doesn't matter, even if you're, I think, 70%, 75% accurate, still not gonna make it unless you have like 90% accuracy or 80% plus. '47s. Oh, space went to '47s. Okay, we have that level here. Where do we have the level from? Hmm. Okay. I'm just watching NTLA, guys. I didn't alert this, but I actually took the trade, so that's why I'm a bit quiet. Just want to make sure I bank in some money in there. ASTS, ASTS, ASTS. Usually if I take a trade that I didn't alert, I wouldn't talk about it, guys. So I'm gonna leave ASTS's, NTLA's management to myself. But if you wanna know, I chased it a little bit somewhere here, 196s. So my stop was around three plus. So I took some here, right there on the at the bottom, guys. Just to keep, and then I'm gonna leave the rest on break even, let it run. What else I was looking at? Spaces there, and ASTS was something we were talking about, guys, weren't we? Yeah. You see the rejection from that 1460 area, guys? 1460s. If it does reject, 14 is easily achievable because of that chop it's gonna create. There it goes. 1420s. Right, 14 should be getting there. Perfect. Right, 14s, let's go. 14s. Alright, NTLA. Let's go. NTLA is not a bad one. I'm okay with that. I'll take that. Yep. Just waiting for 14s on this. 14s. 1450s to 14s. Yeah. I mean, if I was to manage it, I would have taken some out, just 1410s, and put the break even stop if you had traded 1450s areas short. But I haven't traded it, so Uh, that's it, guys. For me at the moment, I'm just running on the side some other trades that I haven't alerted. Just gonna keep them on break even and let this rest run. Set. Blah blah blah. Are you guys watching anything? That's yours 14s on ASTS. That's your 14 here. Achieved. NTLA, yes. NTLA, I am actually, I mentioned. I don't want to mention it here because I didn't alert it. We did talk about it, but I didn't actually alert when I took it. So I took my partial here, 180. Let me check. What was it? This area here, 188.60s. Yeah, and then I'm letting the rest run. So I'm looking big picture, a little bit of a bigger pullback than this. We were talking about retracement with Scott, so you're talking 50% retracement is here, which already kind of hit it, let's say. So that could have been another partial, but the main move, I believe, started from here after breaking that. So yeah, 50%, 38% also hit. So if you were actually doing multiple Fibonacci analysis, it would be something like this. A confluence of levels here, 38 and 50. So that level in between that area here is a zone that you want to take some out, or being careful area basically. I mean, it is deadly to be shorting on a stock like this, but you want to be doing something that actually everybody else thinks is wrong. most of the others. So get used to doing something that's uncomfortable. But on NTLA, if it does come back to 180s, avoid shorting it or avoid adding to your shorts. If it does come back and gives me 180, I'll take some out. Actually, I'll take everything off on this. Yeah, just gonna put just managing my trade on NTLA. What else? Anything else? Space ALF. Okay, keep an eye on ALF, guys. ALF and also space. Okay, this might be the midday midday reversals, guys. ALF and space. What's the level I have? 4730s, 760s. Right. I'm also watching space and ALF, guys. Not for long, not for long, only shorts. If space runs without us, that's fine. It's okay. I just needed to do a few things. I'm gonna wait on it. I'm not gonna chase a trade right now. I don't have a risk that I can manage well on it at the moment. Just need to wait for a better entry. But yeah, there is something on space for short. And ALF, same thing. I'm just gonna wait on these two guys. I'm still waiting on SPCE, guys. SPCE for a possible short. ALF. Guys, I'm leaving ALF alone. I'm not watching it. It's just first of all, too spready. Volume is not consistent. It's just not what I'm looking for. So ALF, I'm taking it off the watch for the moment. Might be for the whole day. What else are we looking at? How did our all-day fader do? Yep, there we go, guys. This was our all-day fader. It would have been perfect call earlier on if this didn't happen. Once that happened, I thought, oh my goodness, this might be actually something different. but once it starts failing, then it confirmed the thesis that yeah, it's still a whole day fader. So any pops, as you can see guys, any pops getting sold, even small little pops getting sold. Right now it's just spacing off because it's just been beaten down, and it's almost, it hasn't filled the gap yet, but almost there. T60 is ALF 65s. Just to let you know guys, space, I did manage to get in on it around 46.97s. Let me see the price. 46.97. Sorry, I didn't really mention it because I had a limit order on it. As you can see, the entry 46.95s. My stop is just over 47.15s. So I managed to get that, but yeah, I just didn't mention it as I was putting the limit order. That's my bad. It happens. 46.19. I'm just waiting for that 46s to hit to take some. In fact, around 46.20s, I'm gonna take some out. OCUP. Come on, space, give me my partial. I'll take 46.20 if you give me some. 46.20s. Yep. In fact, I'm gonna put a limit order 46.20s just in case if it does decide to wash. Come on, give me a wash. Space. 35s. Come on. 35s. 33s. 30s. Come on. 33s. Watching the level too closely, guys, here. 29s. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a big wash. 31s. $33s. You know what, guys? From 47 to that's 70 cents. I'm gonna take some out here. 40. I've taken some out with my stop on almost break even, just over 47. So there's our trade. Space already planned. Everything was to the rule. Didn't rush it. Entry was really nice, perfect entry actually. I might have top ticked it, almost top ticked it on the entry here, 46.95s. My exit, my first partial is around 46.30s. So yeah, that's actually one of the better trades today. This actually made up for what we lost, not lost actually, what we missed on space earlier on. This was our trade. This was really nice. So we were looking at the 46 rejection, but it just didn't give us a chance to do it, enter. So yeah, this makes up for it. Mm, ALF. I just didn't take it because of volume, guys. I just wasn't really happy about how it was trading. It's just not liquid enough. That's why I didn't take it short. Let's have a look. Space. I feel like I want to add here the position that I took out. I want to add. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 5, 40, 55s. So I've added a little bit here, 4650s. The one that I took out, I added back here, 4650s. If it starts to wash a bit, I'm gonna put my stop 4670s, which should be close to my break even. Okay, looking good, looking good. Come on, space. We want the lows to break and break properly. Give us that 46. Yeah, it's bouncing off of that 50 EMA and the range. I believe this. What is that for? High-low range. That's the high of the day, I believe. No, high of the range, 15-minute range here. 4620s. So it's actually bouncing off of that. Anyways, on this space, guys, I took some out. Obviously, I had partial around, I believe, 46.95 to 46.35. 46.95 to 35. And worst case scenario is if it does break that recent highs, I'm gonna come out break even on it for the rest of the stock shares. But if it does fail here, I'm looking for 46 first partial and then 45 50s. But it seems like it's gonna take me out on a break even. Wow. I'm just not talking about NTLA, guys, because I took it without alerting, so it's on the side for me. Just need to keep an eye on it. I'm all out on it anyway, just in case if you want to know. And space, I'm out break even on it for the remaining batch. So I had like around 60 cents partial on it. 60 cents partial, and then the rest got took me out on a break even. Still 60 cents, not bad. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for me for the day. If you have any questions, fire it up before I actually leave. I don't usually trade up until this point. I'm finished by 10:30, first hour. But I stayed here because I didn't have anything else to do. I was just watching the charts and a few questions people are interested in. So, anyways, guys, stay safe. Take it easy. If you do check the videos later on, guys, post in the comments if you want me to do it in a different sort of format. This is how I know. What you see is what you get. I'm just trading live, and if I see any alerts, if I see any sort of trades happening, I will alert in advance, and I'll also talk about the stop loss and management of the trade as well. Now, when I do that, I'm only talking about myself, guys. I don't know how you trade, so if you want to follow me, by all means follow me. But if you have your own system, don't let me sort of meddle with it. If you think you've got a system that's after like researching your data and everything, after coming up with a result, if you think that's your management or things like that is better, do keep that in mind, that you should follow your own system, your own setups or management. I'm here just for like educational purposes and also for my own self. Basically, I'm recording these trades. I'm keeping an eye on it. I do go back to check what I've done right, what I've done wrong as well. And streaming this whole thing helps a lot. In fact, sometimes I don't even have to go back because I'm alerting it. So I'm actually speaking out loud my thoughts and my ideas, which is really helping out with my journaling and everything. So that's one of the main reasons I'm doing this, and hopefully we'll basically make it a bit more how do I say it, like interactive in the future if we have more people joining us in the live session. That's pretty much it. I'll see you around tomorrow, hopefully. Tomorrow, yep, definitely I'll be here tomorrow, and Friday I'm not too sure. So check you later, guys. Stay safe out there. Take it easy.